Hey everyone, Madeline with Cuddlist here. So I've been pondering a question all week, and I'm hoping you'll bear with me as I parse this out a little bit with you. On Wednesday nights I do my teleclass for the Cuddlist training, and I had a new practitioner in Australia, in fact. So excited about that. Asking about... So we have, one of the code of conduct says that everything is navigated by what's comfortable to both parties from moment to moment during a session. And we always promise our clients at the beginning that we'll be honest with them about what's comfortable and what isn't with us. And we'll never, put up with or tolerate or ignore things that aren't comfortable during sessions. That's so key to the integrity of both parties. And they were asking me, what happens if we become comfortable with something with a client that we weren't comfortable with previously? That can happen. And they said, how do we explain that, or how do we communicate that in a way that doesn't seem inconsistent or unreliable? And it's a good question, and I wasn't really satisfied with my answer in the moment, so I've been sitting with it all week. And I guess what's coming up for me is... we always say when we ask our clients, can I really rely on you to speak up when you're uncomfortable? Because that's essential. We can't read their minds, and we need to know that everything is consensual and that they aren't putting up with anything. And so when we ask them to do this, we say, you don't have to give a reason. You don't have to explain. You don't even have to know why something is uncomfortable. What's important is that you'll speak up, that you won't put up with it, that you won't tolerate anything, and that you'll let me know so that we can change it. And I guess what occurred to me in that question is that the same thing goes the other way. If we are comfortable with something, do we need to have a reason? Do we need to explain it or justify it? Do we need to... And it really... it speaks to this kind of hidden underlying assumption that we have in our culture that's a bias of reason and logic, left brain over right brain, over intuition, over feeling, over the wisdom that's in the body, the things that we don't understand and that we don't need to understand. And I think especially when it comes to the realm of the personal, the intimate, of the interrelated, there's so much that's beyond us. When who I'm comfortable with or not comfortable with, or what I'm comfortable with in the moment, I don't really know why. And even if I could think of a million reasons, they're not the actual truth. And how much do they matter? And I guess what this underscores for me is this idea that especially when it comes to touch, when it comes to what nurtures us or what feels good in the moment, we don't need to have a reason. Just noticing it is hard enough. And sometimes there are a lot of times where I haven't spoken up because I couldn't explain it, or I didn't have a good reason, and then I dismissed it. And that goes for both things that I really wanted and things that I really didn't want. So I guess that's my encouragement for all of us today, is to really realize that how we feel about things matters and is important, and we don't need to have a good reason for it when it's ours, when it's in, as I say, when it's in our domain, when it's ours to say, when it's our actions or our thoughts or what we do in our body. We don't need to know why. It can be fun to ponder it, but it can't be threatening or scary to just own it and acknowledge it and appreciate it. All right. Thank you for listening. Hi, Yoni. Bye for now.